You're listening to a podcast, the Eli Castro Show. I am Eli Castro.
I'm Emeline Ramos.
And I am Angel Vergara.
Okay, now listen, it's been a crazy week. So I've been pretty preoccupied. You ever been like where you're so preoccupied, it almost feels like you're not living in the moment?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Where you're so busy, como que no estás presente. Almost like how you are when you're in church. You know what I'm talking about?
Right,
like,
right.
You know when you're in church, but you there's so many things happening outside of church that your head is outside. So you're just going through the motions. You're just standing and kneeling and sitting. Pero en realidad, your head is somewhere else. You know what I mean?
And then you feel really guilty. I mean, I do.
Then
do
there's
you?
that part. Yeah. Boy, I do. But that's when you give money. La oferta.
And it's all good?
It te absuelve. You know what I mean? Like, it takes it all away. So
when it away.
Right. So you give, like, for every minute you were distracted, you give $1.
I feel so bad when that happens at church, though. Why does it help? It's because it's like you're meditating. So it gives your mind, like, the opportunity to open.
It sounded like you said. It gives your butt a chance to rest.
No, mind. I have a little bit of a cold. Sorry, excuse me.
Your mind and chest so you can sleep.
Yeah, no. But see, a Catholic Mass is the perfect place to meditate, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's so what's the word I'm looking for? Ceremonial.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the whole thing. Mass, the 1 hour, it's always very ceremonial. Music, it's very, very.
And you're like, oh my God, that's perfect. That's what I need. Porque no dormí bien anoche.
Yeah, if you want to take a nap.
Yeah. Pretend to pray. You kind of like, you put your hands up, you're praying, and then you sleep.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's the best. Especially when you
Papi
kneel.
used to do that.
When they tell you to kneel, you're like, are you sure you want me to kneel, bro? Because los cojines, that's why. And then they listen, when they introduce those cushions to the place where, because if they left it hard, you can't get comfortable, right? Si es de madera. Right. But they put the nice little pillowy cushions, right? And then you kind of lean forward on the front pew.
Put your head down like you think you're praying.
You're sitting on that wooden pew for the most part. So when you get to kneel, it's all cushion.
Right? And then I hate it when the person in front of me will sit.
I'm still kneeling. I know.
I'm still sleeping, right? You're like, oh man, se acabó. Just because you sat back, now I gotta stop. So yo me quedo. So I'll just pray over their shoulder. Like I'll just put my head on their shoulder and I go, voy a rezar por ti, hermano. Que paraste de rezar y me interrumpiste el sueño. Tú eres malo. El diablo te mandó para interrumpir mi sueño. What? What's the matter?
You said it out loud.
Oh my God.
I know. You said the devil out loud.
Are you one of those people? Are you one of those people? Oh my God. Diablo.
Oh my God, you said it.
Okay, what about Diablo Road?
There's a Diablo Road? Where?
But you just said Diablo. Oh, you just said Diablo.
But with road, doesn't count.
I added road to it.
See, that's what I'm saying. You make me, tú me haces malo. Because you're so good que you make everybody around you malo.
Soy malo.
Yeah, remember that? You ever been with somebody que is so good in everything they do que just naturally, inherently, it just makes you the malo? Because it has to be un malo.
Right.
So Emily's like that. Emily's so good.
When you step into the room, you know you're...
Yo soy el malo. Yo soy el malo.
Definitely.
Yo soy el malo.
Without a doubt.
That's why I went to Catholic school for 13 years.
Okay, I went to Catholic school for 13 years as well, and I'm still el malo.
No, you did?
I did. I went to Catholic school all the way up to 8th grade.
What about... no, I high school also. I did high school. You didn't do high school.
Okay, cálmate. That all of a sudden, that's why I'm el malo?
Yeah.
Because I stopped at high school?
Because you stopped at 8th grade.
Oh, viste. Okay, I'm going to tell that to mommy and papi. You guys couldn't afford to keep me bueno. You try to save money. Me convirtieron en un malo, un nene malo.
That explains a lot.
You know, but I'm telling you, you can interrupt any argument between Emily and I. You can pause it and just go, okay, I already know que él es malo. Mm-hmm. Okay, what did he do? You know what I mean? And you're probably going to be right 9 out of 10 times.
In general.
Maybe 9.5.
Right.
Because even the one I'm right, I probably overdid it. I overplayed my hand, and then estoy malo.
There's a good chance, yeah.
Eso está en la sangre.
Yeah.
Si tú eres un Castro,
That's it.
Si tú eres un Castro,
family blood.
Even if you have the right, even if you have the upper hand, we will sacrifice that upper hand. We will overplay our hand, and we will lose.
Double down.
We will double down. That's what I'm saying. We don't even know how to we don't know how to handle a good hand. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because we're so used to having bad hands dealt to us. que when Emily like messes up and I actually have a reason to be angry, I overdo it. ¿Me entiende? So then it becomes not about what she did wrong, but about how I overreacted.
Yeah.
Right.
You get me? Like I can never win.
Right.
He always wins.
Well,
he always thinks he wins.
Right. But
Because
he knows when he leaves.
Him being, since he's such a great lawyer, somehow I always feel like it's always my fault, and
you get
I'm
lawyered
losing.
at
Yes.
the end of the
Yes.
at the end of the argument. You're like,
I want to tell him, I'm not your client. I'm not, you're not a lawyer. I'm your girlfriend.
we are not in court.
We are not in court.
Yeah, well, you were busy going to Catholic school, being una buena. I was busy getting educated.
Hey, I got educated too.
On how to handle myself being un malo.
She got more God points.
Yeah, she did.
I did.
Definitely
I think God loves doctors more than lawyers.
Well, especially doctors who take care of children.
Thank you.
So let's see. A pediatrician, a doctor who takes care of sick children, or a lawyer who takes criminals out of jail. Let's see. Vamos a ver. It's a close call. It's a close call, though. It's close. It's close because, listen, I represented many people, and when I went to visit them in jail, they were visited by people de la iglesia. I mean, that's like a popular place for churches to go and do their community service, and there was a lot of preaching going on in jail.
Right.
So God was in jail.
But definitely.
Usually
he's always in jail.
God, he doesn't need a visitor's pass. He's already there. Hey, listen, a lot of people find God in jail.
That's what I'm saying.
So that means he was already there.
He's already there. He's been there.
Y lo está esperando. Ven acá, Julio. Sit down. Oh my God, God. Sit down. Papi, siéntate. Is this really you? Yeah, it's really me. No me hacía caso cuando estaba afuera. Now that you have nowhere else to go, siéntate. I got something to tell you.
We're friends.
What do you have to tell me, God? Tú eres un nene malo. So it's been a busy week, man. It's been a busy week. I just came back from a meeting with Tito Nieves and his people.
Ooh, nice.
And no. See, it's nice de afuera, right? Like when they first suggested it to me, they said, listen, we want you to open for Tito Nieves in Puerto Rico, right? So I heard that and I thought, oh my God, that's like amazing. So I was like, yes, I'll do it. And then
Without
you start to...
Without a doubt.
Right, but then you start to think,
Maybe not.
Maybe, hold on, maybe I should... To open for Tito Nieves is one thing. To open for Tito Nieves in Puerto Rico.
Big.
Now I've done shows with Josué Comedy in Puerto Rico. Tremendously funny guy. Josué Comedy in Puerto Rico in Centro Bellas Artes de Guaynabo, Centro Bellas Artes de Aguada. I mean, the guy is doing amazing in Puerto Rico. So he brought me to be a part of his show. I've done that and it's been great. But that's more of a Christian kind of family audience que viene a reírse, right?
Right.
Okay. This is todo Puerto Rico, todo de pueblo, that they're coming to see Tito Nieves. And then there's gonna be me.
In Puerto Rico, seeing Tito Nieves, yeah, and then you.
And no,
right.
it's
de
acá afuera. I'm a little nervous because it's El Centro Bellas Artes de Cagua, which is close to home, right? We're from Macau. You're from Caguas. So it feels close to home. And the idea that my family, let me be more specific. The idea that my cousin Vitincito could be in the audience. You know what I'm saying?
To be there, yeah.
Vamos a ver lo que va a hacer Elizalde.
Porquería.
Esto es lo que va a hacer. Para eso yo vine, para eso yo pagué. You know what I mean? And it's, because listen, I love my family, but they're tough critics, man.
Of course.
Our family, boy, they don't care. I could come to Puerto Rico with an Emmy. Okay, they'll be like, mira, gran cosa, con una estatua. Eso es oro, eso es de embuste. Yo tengo uno así. Es más, yo lo boté. Porque era tan feo. You know what I mean? El mío era un Oscar. Un Oscar. How you write that? O-S-C-A-L, Oscar. Un Oscar. No, it's Oscar. No, Oscar es mejor que eso. Oscar es más mejor. Más mejor. Con la L, un Oscar. So it's nerve-wracking, right? So I thought, okay, now Joey Vega opens for Mark Anthony. Mm-hmm. I've seen him, very, very funny. Very difficult to do comedy at a venue where they're expecting a musical performance.
Music, right? So,
especially our people, we're not patient, right? We're gonna see somebody do something that we're not expecting, to happen. We're gonna let you know. Mira, saca esa porquería, cállate la boca. ¿Dónde está Tito? ¿Quién es este? That's very difficult. And Joey Vegas told me about that, and I don't envy that position. I'm not gonna tell Tito Nieves no. You get me?
Right.
So then I said, all right, you know what? I'm gonna do a small set, open up, get my feet wet and get out. Okay. Then his manager, his producer, sends me the script.
What?
Yes, there's a script, man. It's like a whole production. They not only want me to open, they want me to come in during the show.
While he's
in the
singing?
middle of it?
Yes, man.
So you're in
So I'm not done. Yeah.
But you get a spot before, and then you got to do something in between.
Right. I want to get a spot before, and then I want to chill. I want to be by security so
watch
that
the show.
And watch the show, make sure nobody attacks me because I happen to interrupt the concert. So he wants me to, like, at some point during the show, I'm going to come in personaje, like a character. And I'm going to interrupt him, okay? Yeah, interrupt him and then do a little skit between him and I, where I eventually, at the end of the skit, I get ejected. I get tossed from the stage.
Oh, no.
Right. So I told Tito, now listen, I thought it was the manager's idea, right? So I went to the media like, I'm going to shoot this idea down.
Right.
I'm not trying to get killed in Puerto Rico, you know what I mean? This is Caguas. This ain't like San Juan.
Right.
Este gente de pueblo, right? So I get there and Tito's like, you know what? I'm glad we're going to talk about this because esta es la idea mía. And I was like, oh, man, this is Tito's idea, man. Come on, man. So he tells me, he's like, listen, I want, come in. I want you to interrupt me. And we start, going back and forth. So I saw what he wants to do, right?
Right.
But it's really to show que in Puerto Rico, anything can happen. Even being interrupted, even question, because I have to question him, like, who are you? You ain't nothing to that game to it,
Right.
So we go back and forth. Listen, it's his show. He has much more experience than I do, and he's very, very creative. And we were bouncing stuff off, and it worked. But then I kind of told him,
That's a tough.
By the way, they're not gonna kill me or nothing, right?
Right, that's what I would be thinking.
Because I was like, make sure you tell the security guards that I'm in on it. Because I don't want un lucido seguridad. Be like, yeah, yo no voy, and breaks my arm. I got him, Tito. I got him. Le rompí el brazo. So he goes, make sure that they're in on it, right? But then all of a sudden we're going over ideas, and he goes, I want you to come in again. So this is the better one. So he wants me to interrupt him in his last song. So he's gonna start the last song. I'm gonna come in. He's gonna stop the song,
which is usually the best song, right? Like the
Yes.
final, the
finale.
finale.
He wants me
and
to
you're gonna ruin the
interrupt
finale too.
The
the
encore. Papa, by then you're gonna see pitchforks, bro.
Your set in the beginning has to kill.
No, don't.
No pressure.
Otherwise, you're coming in twice to interrupt their performance.
If I don't do well, they're gonna be like, otra vez con este tipo. No, he's gonna stop the song, and then I'm gonna say, I'm gonna come in dressed like a band member, which is gonna be hot, right?
Right.
And he's gonna be like, who are you? And I'm gonna be like, I'm so and so. I'm ready to play. He's like, what time did they tell you to come in? That kind of thing. I'll be like, this time, this hour, whatever. I'm early. I'm gonna tocar. So then I'm gonna tell the band director, Nundo, corta, whatever, rompe, whatever. And then they're gonna start. And he gave me permission to take my musical instrument, which of course I can't play. It's a prop, and join the orchestra. So I'm gonna go into the orchestra, and I'm gonna be miming, right, the trumpet, whatever the trumpet players are doing. And then he goes, va a haber un timbal solo, feel free to go down and dance. And I'm like, now listen.
Oh, Lord.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna play by the rules up until that point, and then I'm just gonna go nuts. Because at that point, it's over.
Right.
Yeah.
Or at the end, I'm pretty sure our cars will be waiting outside. I'm going to tell security I want a personal escort. Forget Tito, he's fine. Eres de pueblo, people love him. Me, I need at least 4. Okay? Because I'm going to take over. But Tito's great, man. It was wonderful to sit there with his manager and just go over ideas, man. Tito was a creative genius, bro.
Right.
So I would kind of meet him halfway, and if he didn't like an idea, he was like, no, come back. I want you to come in this way. I want you to look at the crowd. And he would give me lines. I want you to say this line, and then we'll just riff back and forth.
Oh, that's cool.
And then he had a cameraman recording the rehearsal.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, I can't even get a rehearsal off? You know what I mean? Like, can I get some time off? Because, now I'm feeling pressure. This is just creating, and they're recording it.
Oof.
Wait, they recorded today?
They recorded it, man.
Oh, so that's what you are. So that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's what you're on.
I mean, that's like reading out loud your draft for an essay in school. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're rough.
Like a teacher goes, okay, I want you guys to work on your essay, right? Work for it for 5 minutes, and then when 5 minutes are up, they go, who wants to read it? You're like, I don't know. all I did was scribble my name. You know what I mean? But no, he was, I mean, bro, an incredibly creative guy, man. But
that's awesome.
At one point, you know, they're talking about the production and what number, and Ocarito from my Grupo Mania is gonna make an appearance. And I'm thinking, I'm in Tito Nieves' house discussing my part in his concert, but he could get anybody he wants. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking,
true.
But you know, and part of me almost wanted to go, you know, tú conoces un montón de comediantes en Puerto Rico that I'm sure would do, you know, anything, you know,
right.
That people know that if they come out pa' chavarlo, they'd be like, oh, I know what's going on, este tipo, you know. But me, they're going to be like, okay, una pregunta. ¿Quién fue ese gringo que estuvo en la tarima y que empezó a hablar? You know, because I'm going to go in there speaking Spanish, bro.
Oh.
I have to.
I
have
right.
to.
Yeah.
You know what's so beautiful about it? That Tito Nieves is the quintessential bilingual artist.
He really is, because he did the crossover.
He did. That's it, bro. So in a way, speaking objectively, I'm proud that he asked me to open for him because it makes sense.
Absolutely.
But it's a lot of pressure, man. It's so much pressure because I want to do so well.
Right.
Because he believes in me that much that, you know, even sitting in his house, he was like, no, you know, I'm just going to give you some ideas and I want you to run with it, you know. And that's nice. You know, like my muscles start to tighten. I'm like, run, loco. Yo estoy trinco. You know what I mean? Like, give me ideas. So then I would give him a couple of ideas and he'd be like, sí, that's it, that's perfect, you know, and he would laugh, you know. And I was like, oh my God, what did I just say? So, da un papel con una pluma. Because I didn't come prepared for class.
But I know that you guys have great chemistry together. I've seen you guys together. I've seen you guys interact. And I know, you know, both of you are from New York. You have that same kind of attitude. And
right.
and I think it'll be great. You got this, babe.
Yeah.
Tito's live. Tito's pretty, like, when you meet him in person, he's pretty, like...
He's on,
live.
bro.
Yeah, he's on.
He's on. There is no tired Tito.
Right.
I've never seen like a tired or depressed. I mean, the guy is animated. He's full of life. And he's very generous, man. I mean, it was a perfect meeting, man. His wife cooked. Oh, wow. Arroz blanco. I almost have to say arroz pegado because it was all pegado, which is a specialty, right?
Right.
Con chuleta frita, con habichuela guisada. And it was like, quiere. And I was like, fíjate que sí. And she goes, pero ya comiste? And I go, no importa, right? I mean, voy a comer. So, and she goes, no, pero tú estás en dieta. Tú, you know, you're cutting back on carbs. Not tonight, I'm not. Not tonight. ¿Quieres pegado? No, and she goes, ¿te gusta el pegado? She goes, es que a alguien no le gusta el pegado. So, and she starts trying to think about it. And I go, listen, could you serve me pegado and then think about who doesn't like pegado?
You're definitely the one that loves pegado.
Give me pegado. And then the guy next to me is like, the videographer. Yo no puedo, man, porque la muela. I go, no puede. Pues dame el del.
He might lose a tooth.
Por la muela. Pues mira, I feel bad for you. Can I get his pegado? Thank you. And then she goes, Emily. Maybe Emily doesn't like pegado.
I do like pegado.
Of course you like pegado. Yeah. So I'm like, no, don't bring it here. We like pegado. Emma, give me Emily's pegado since she can't make it here.
No wonder he didn't bring me any food back.
No, see, by the way, I'm horrible with that. With that.
With like taking food? Like
dude,
food?
I'm horrible with that. I went to eat dinner at Sandra's. Emily was supposed to go, but she didn't feel good, so she didn't go. So we ate dinner. It was me, Sandra's mom, Sandra's dad was in town. So we ate dinner. And I said, Emily couldn't make it. Está bien, so let's eat. And we had arroz, habichuela, y empanadilla de carne y empanadilla de queso. Right? Nice, simple jíbaro mío. So I left, and Sandra texted me. She's like, ay, Maria, you didn't bring any food home for Emily. And I was like, But then I remember that Emily had texted me that she had gotten Chipotle on the way home. Pero me salvó.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Because it never crossed my mind.
You could have brought me an empanadilla.
I'm better as a host.
I could have. You're right.
I can serve people as a host, but but when I go to eat, I have the same issue. I just end up eating and leaving. I just eat. I'm so into the food.
I don't think of anybody.
No, yeah, that sounds about right.
In other words, I think of myself being full and saying, okay, I'm done.
That's it, yeah.
I would never, but here's the thing. It seems so right to be like, let me take some home for Emmeline because she lives with me and she's not well. And
I worked all day.
She's worked all day. And we do things together and we look out for each other. Nope, not even a second.
You're like, estoy lleno.
Yeah, estoy lleno. If she had said, do you want to take some food? I'd be like, nah, I'm full. That's what I'm saying. And that's when I'm like, maybe this is why I'm not good with relationships.
That's why he's the malo.
Por eso
que es el malo.
Buena, te quedó bien. But that's why I'm el malo.
That's it.
You know what I mean? But it's almost like I play the role well.
Right.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. There's no confusion. Yo soy malo.
You're natural.
Yo soy naturalmente malo.
We're working on that. We're definitely working on that.
How?
Believe me, we're working on the malo part.
Emily's like, I'm working on it. I don't know if you are, but I'm working on it.
Yeah, that sounded like you're working on your patience with el malo. Believe me, I'm working on it. You're not doing nothing, but over here, I'm lighting candles, I'm meditating. You know, I'm afraid of something. And I was thinking about this recently. You know, as we get older, our bodies start to change, right? That's an obvious conclusion, right? But I'm talking about our relatives, like our uncles and our aunts.
Yeah.
And they're starting to look different, right? Mm-hmm. When I went to Puerto Rico, we ran into my uncle. And my uncle, who used to look just like my father, as he's gotten older, he's looking different. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And it's scary because they're starting to just become, you know, an older version that we're not ready for, right? Because we freeze them in, I guess, their 40s and 50s. And so we still see them that way. But physically, they look like our grandparents now. Right. They're starting to get there, right? So they're starting to remind us more of our grandparents rather than their earlier versions of themselves, right?
Right.
So what I was thinking was, oh my God, what if that starts to happen internally before it happens externally? So what I mean is, I'm afraid that as I grow older, I'm starting to become more like my father and my grandfather. You know what I mean?
Right. I was going to say, we're stepping into that generation now.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe you start to become them before you start to look like them.
Right.
Well, because if that's the case, Emeline se chavó.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like a younger version of my father and my grandfather, those are beasts, bro. You got to cage them up.
I mean, you wrote countless pages about them, so there's definitely material.
I know. You always talk about it. You always talk about.
I'm telling you. I think the best way to prep her is just read my script, read all my shows.
But I've seen all your shows. I know what to expect.
No, what you see on stage is a polished version. Go read Luisito, go read the drafts.
That's what I'm saying. It's a toned down version of the reality of it.
Yeah, it's a softer, more presentable version.
That's why your mom is such a nice woman. She's so patient.
But hold on,
I have to learn from your mom.
Yeah, you do. In all fairness, though, my father listens to this podcast. So in all fairness, I gotta be fair because I can see my father listening right now, going, "Wow, unbelievable." Ahora yo soy el malo. Ahora me pasó la papa a mí. Ahora yo soy el malo. Él es el malo y ahora yo soy el malo. Oh boy. But my father, you know, a lot of that I'm telling you, a lot of that was passed down because my father is a lot like my grandmother. And my grandmother, as you know, Abuelita Nati, que descanse en paz, was very loving and docile. And when she was tough, but most of the time she was absolutely a pacifist.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
But I know my father is like her. But my grandfather's genes were so strong. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, my grandfather is like un bloque de cemento. And listen, you know, I'm sure God was trying to take him for years, and my grandfather just refused.
Absolutely. He made it to what, 95, 96?
He just refused to. God just gave up and said, you know what? Hey, come up whenever you want. You know, I'm tired of calling for you. Because my grandfather would be like, no voy a subir nada, you know, que no quiero morir, te dije.
That's so true.
So I'm telling you, so I know my father growing up, it just became a part of him. And, you know, once those genes sink in, ese bloque de cemento,
that's it.
You ain't taking that out. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping que el cemento doesn't harden in my soul.
God forbid.
So I keep stirring it.
God, please.
God forbid, I'm going to start praying now.
You need cement thinner.
Cement thinner.
Is that a thing for real?
Bro, I don't know. We got to find it. If that's a case.
We got to find it now.
Cement. This segment is brought to you by Cement Thinner. For the abuelito in your relationship. All right, that's it. We got to wrap it up. That is el podcast, the Eli Castro Show. I am Eli Castro.
I'm Emeline Ramos.
Angel Vergara.
That's my cousin, the professional chef. For more information on my shows, go to elicastro.com. Mi gente, remember, life is so much better when you're laughing. Gracias.